Jaden. Hope your vacation's going well. As your video lesson, let's see here. One thing I want to talk about. I'll talk about that thing, and as usual, if you have questions, just send it on over to me. I'm more than happy to answer. So let's get to it. So, kind of going through some shred ideas before you head off to school. This one is the double tap, which I was talking about before. What'll be good for us to talk about next time is more legato lines, because I think we need a little bit more of that ammunition on your belt, and then alternate picking, being able to do cross string alternate picking stuff. So there's definitely some more shreddy ideas that are still left to develop, but I'm going to go over double picking today, and before I go too much off topic. So remember, the thing with the tapping arpeggios is that what you're looking for, with the tapping, what you want to do is outline arpeggios. So say, for example, I'm in E minor, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to treat the tap up here as like my melody note, and then I'll treat everything else down here as like supporting material. So when I do that tap, just how Kirk Hammett did it in the one solo, where the melody was the actual tap part. That's kind of what you want to think about here. So I have the notes E, G, and then B right here. So I got myself an E minor arpeggio. The way the tap works is I sent you over the handout. It's a 6-note pattern. So I'm going to get 5, 8, and 12 over here all set up, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 6 notes. I'm going to have the 8 down already, right? So that's already down. This is just down here, just hanging out, waiting to be played. And I'm going to go tap, push, pull, hammer. Tap, push, pull, hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I don't use it all the time, but it's good to have just in case I want to have a tapping passage. I do a little bit of tapping, but it's not kind of my main bag. But like I said, it's good to have it in my back pocket in case I ever decide I want to use it. That's what you'll find with a lot of these like shred ideas, is that I don't do all of them all the time, so therefore like I don't have them like solo ready. I just know that they exist, and then I go, hey, you know what, this solo really sounds like it could use a tap because the drum pattern underneath isn't super active, or the rhythm guitar parts aren't super active. Say there's like, say if I'm doing like super heavy chug chords where they're not really busy, that would be a good spot for me to put tap solo, because then that way my tapping is not getting in the way of the rhythm of the drummer or the simplicity of the right. If I'm hearing something like that, okay, then I go, okay, now I'm going to put a tap in there because the rhythm guitar parts underneath are not rhythmically busy, so therefore my solo can be busy. Otherwise, it's going to be conflicting patterns, or conflicting densities, I should say. So anyway, back to what I was really talking about, was I have E, G, and then B. If I do this, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll move my pointer finger up here to the C, or my tap finger up to the C, so my melody note has changed, but my structure down here has remained the same. And if I spell all that out, E, G, and C, I have myself a C major chord. So just by doing this, I've gone from E minor to C major, which sounds awful familiar to what is in the chord progression for 1. So when you're making these things, first thing you do is you want to figure out what the underlying harmony is even going to be. And then step 2, if you're going to tap over top of it, once you figure out the harmony, is go, okay, how can I tap those chords and then maintain a melody note in here, right? So once I do that, and then I might switch up here, so I have a D, F, and A. I got myself a D major chord, so my chord progression now is this. Let me turn that off so you can actually hear what I'm playing. Right? Not that I'm going to play over those specific chord voicings, but I'm hearing the harmony. So I figure out what chords I'm going to use. I figure out what the harmony of the section's going to be. Right? And I go, okay, what's the rhythm guitar part look like? Is it super busy? If it's super busy, I'm not going to play a busy solo, right? I've written a section where it's like, you know, notes and harmony everywhere, and if I put a crazy tap solo in there, it's just gonna like get in the way of everything else that I built, right? So it's balancing structure and architecture. Anyway, so we have that, and then what you do after that is you come up to the next one. You have a G, a B, and then a D. Oops, we have to get back to this here. Oh, sorry. Then I have a D, G, and a B. I got myself a G chord, so my chord progression is this. And what that might be in chugs is like, might be this. That might be the underlying harmony underneath that. So think about that this week. Think about what other shred techniques. We have legato, we have alternate picking, like the crazy alternate picking shred stuff. I can show you how to do that. And if we want to learn a song, we can do that too. So, all right, man, work on that for me. I'll see you next week.